Hello there, Facebook friends. Alex here, along with
Janine.
and our trusty cameraman, Brandon, behind the camera there. We're in a little different location this week.
Yeah, we've torn down all the walls and the ceiling and just started fresh.
Yes.
That's my joke this week. I don't know. I got nothing. We're on the roof.
We're supposed to say we're elevating the conversation.
Taking our tours to new heights.
Yes, all of the above. We are here with another virtual hard hat tour here at the Egyptian Theater. And we're coming to you live this week from the roof. So hopefully you can hear us, hopefully you can see us. It is quite bright, a little toasty up here, but we're doing it for you guys. So let us know you can see us and hear us. Give us a thumbs up, say hello. If this is your first time joining us, what can people do throughout this tour?
You can communicate with us through the Book of Face. So you can ask your questions. We love to answer your questions live. We love to give you guys questions live so you guys can interact with us, because it's really boring for us to talk for half an hour, because I'm sure you don't want to hear us talk for half an hour. So we'd love to interact with you. So just send us your questions, send us your concern, general well wishes, and we will react to those in real time. So get excited.
Yeah, so why are we up on the roof today?
We are up on the roof to talk about all the exciting equipment on our roof, all the air conditioning bits and pieces. You're mostly going to hear from Alex, because I call it bits and pieces. So, but we thought this isn't a part that we've shown off before. We've been up here numerous times.
Yeah, we've never come up here for one of the hard hat tours.
Yeah, we did a drone footage, feels like a lifetime ago, because 2020 is 5 years long already. But we did one when it was still a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
So it's been a hot minute, so we figured we'd take a hot 30 minutes and do a little hard hat tour on the roof and talk about how we air conditioned and basically had to reverse engineer a 90-year-old building to make it look like it's always had air conditioning, because that was the biggest part of this. Is you didn't want to walk in and see a duct right down the middle of the lobby. So all of this up here, how it intricately weaves in and out of the building so that it's nice and cool all across the building, and we will show you all of those exciting bits and pieces in the next 30 minutes.
Janine will give you all the technical information as we go.
It's going to be like thingy-doos and turny-twists.
The Square Box does.
Square Box do stuff.
Yes.
Keep cool Janine happy.
So we are up here on the roof. We are on the new addition up here. So this is the new building. We'll see if we can come over to the edge here without Brandon falling off.
Yeah,
and give you a little perspective. So this is looking to the east here. Right below us, straight down, is the front door of the Egyptian. And looking out further east is the front doors and 2nd Street there. Janine can point out the Hillside Restaurants.
Did you?
Down there, we've got the new Pappas development across the street.
Did you?
And you can't really see the parking lot there, but to your left, that's looking at the front doors there. That's the back of the front entrance on 2nd Street.
And this is our own front hall. I'm king of the world. It's very exciting.
A little Titanic.
Always theatrical.
So it gives you a little perspective where we're at. So again, this portion here is the new building. And the new building, we had a lot of control in terms of structural. We could make sure the roof had enough structure to it to be able to hold all of these new units. So there's a couple different things you're seeing up here. So we'll start back here, we'll work our way there, and we'll take you around and show you some of the other roofs up here as well. So we have a couple small condensing units up here. These are for our food service equipment. So one of them is for the new beer cooler. We've shown you that a couple of different times down in the basement. So that goes all the way down, basically 3 stories below us.
Woo!
And we'll do all the refrigeration for the new beer cooler. And then the other one is for all of our remote coolers throughout the 1st floor and 2nd floor concession stand. By bringing that up here to the roof, we were able to centralize all of that and reduce some costs. But the other big thing was it brought this heat load up to the building instead of that being in each of the concession stands. And maybe most important was it took away the noise. So if you think about a refrigerator, that noise when the fan is running and keeping everything cool, and you multiply that out times multiple refrigerators in the concession stand, that could make a lot of noise throughout the concession stand when we have, smaller performances going on, or private events, a wedding, something. You don't want the moment you say "I do" in the lobby and all of a sudden you hear Janine's sound effects. So by bringing that up to the roof, centralizing that, we took a lot of the heat load out of the building, which helps with energy efficiency for air conditioning.
Yes.
Also help with the sound and help reduce costs by centralizing all that. So that's up here on the roof. And then a couple other things. We'll come back down here. We'll come back to this jumble of ductwork here.
Jumbo.
But this unit here, this is a rooftop unit, a packaged carrier rooftop unit. This is just for the addition, so this is going down through the roof and is air conditioning both the second floor of the addition, the expanded foyer, concessions that we've shown you, and also in the bathrooms on the second floor. And then on the first floor, this is air conditioning the storage room, the rear lobby, concessions, bathrooms, the prep kitchen, and is also providing air to the new basement where the beer cooler is at. So this unit is taking care of all of the addition. So that's taking care of a lot of work there. These two bigger units back here are just the air condensing units for the auditorium. I don't know how loud the plane is.
We have like
above
every
us.
sound making thing happening at one moment, guys.
Yeah. See if I can get away from the fan at all. A little quieter over here. So these two big units, each one of these is a 50-ton air conditioning unit. This is just for the air conditioning for the auditorium. So these connect to the big air handlers down in the basement. Again, 3 stories down in the basement there are the air handlers, which are the large fans that blow all of the heating and cooling into the auditorium. And this takes care of the cooling just for the auditorium. Again, that's 100 tons of air conditioning just for the auditorium. Massive units up here. One of the things that's somewhat unique as a theater, and we'll let Brandon come in, actually see if we can go over here first, and zoom in on this. If you notice,
yeah.
these units are on springs. So what this does is when these units turn on and off, there's a lot of vibration and noise. And these springs help isolate that so that the unit's vibration doesn't continue down through the roof and make noise in the building. There's connectors underneath as well for the electrical and everything that are flexible connectors. And that also makes sure that there's no rigid piping, that all those vibrations are going to travel down and make noise. So far, I think Janine and Brandon can give thumbs up. It's very quiet. All of the engineering and design intent worked really well. And that's the same for all of these units are on these spring isolation curbs here that help keep all of that noise up on here and that doesn't travel down through. And you would think, we're up on the addition here, what difference does that make in terms of noise? But if you come over here a little bit, Brandon, that brick wall there is the back of the balcony. So
Seats are right there.
yeah, so there are seats right on the other side of that brick wall. That is the back of the balcony. So we needed to make sure that all of this equipment, even though we weren't necessarily concerned about the noise running down through the building, even though that noise would start to get picked up in some of the lobby areas, we were concerned about that noise into the balcony there. If you're sitting in the balcony, the last thing you want in that really pivotal, dramatic moment is to hear. So this is what this accomplishes here.
Do you have any questions so
Any
far?
questions so far?
No, but there's a great idea to play a drinking game as we're going through this.
What's the
Don Raston is playing a drinking game every time you say roof, air, or cool.
We'll let Janine recap that if you couldn't hear it.
Because it's super cool and the roof is awesome and the air is moving and it's cool, so be on the roof with the air. You better be drinking every time we're saying it. Having a fun drinking game with the amount of repetitive words.
Yes.
Well, I was noticing, did they get a spoon to bring it up? A spoon.
Oh, do not fork?
Yeah.
They used a spork instead.
Good for them.
Yes.
I thought it'd be an ice cream scoop because it's so cool.
Yes.
This is what I'm contributing to this tour, guys. It's all that. This is very technical.
While we're on this end of the roof, let's look over the edge here, just so you can kind of get an appreciation for the different areas here. Looking back to the west there, you can maybe see off in the far distant, not too far away, but the home student center. So you've got the Northern Illinois University campus just to the west of us. Kind of a gorgeous day up here.
It is a
aside from
perfect
the
day up here.
scorching sun.
Yeah,
But kind of a nice view off to the west there. And Brandon, if
perfect
you
for sunsets.
kind of look down along the south here, you can see the alley. We've shown you guys that here a couple of times. So this was completely redone, all new concrete, all new lighting along there. So this is getting finished up and is making a huge improvement. It's a lot more pedestrian friendly, a lot brighter at night.
Yes.
A lot easier to walk because there's not a combination of brick, asphalt, broken concrete.
Yeah.
So it will be really nice, especially in the winter. We use this alley a lot to take all of our trash out at the end of the night, and it was a little precarious at times.
A little slick.
Yes.
A little slick. There may have been some falls, but like it's fine. No one died. But it'll
So-
be much nicer now.
Yeah. Only other things up here on the roof that you're seeing.
With the air and
big
the cool?
exhaust fan that you're maybe hearing in the background. The reason I feel like I'm yelling because
good.
it's so loud up here on the
Yeah.
roof
With the air and the cool.
with the air and the cool.
Every
yes.
time.
So this is the massive exhaust fan for all 4 bathrooms on the first and second floor, and some piping coming up here for the boilers as well.
Is that only on when the lights are on?
It is, yeah.
So the lights are on somewhere in the building.
Yes, the ghost must have turned them on.
Oh, guys. Could you imagine if you were up here by yourself and there was no one in the building and that turned on?
We'll try that with
That's
you
a
sometime.
ghost story right there, guys. Rooftop ghost. A fan kicks on. In the distance, sirens.
We'll let Janine show you right around the corner the hatch, how we get up
Oh,
here
yes.
before we go to the other end
That's
of the
my
roof.
technical level. So, there's a ladder. This is the type of technicalities. So this is the new roof access, and for those of you who are avid followers, no, I don't like heights. And this isn't too bad. You can see, it's basically a 1-story climb, which really isn't too bad, and it's a brand new ladder. Nice, easy access to the roof, and then from here we can climb up pretty much to any part of the roof that we want. You do have to walk across the barrel roof of the auditorium to get to the stage roof if you don't want to climb that precarious ladder. But yeah, you can access any parts of the roof from this one hatch, which is really nice and very Janine friendly.